What is going on, everybody? It's Twitek here, coming at you with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. I don't know. I'm going to say quick, but I don't know how long this is going to be. Quick little video today. Talking about just my thoughts on the game now that I've reached Kyber 1. And I promise I'm not going to keep talking about Kyber 1 for the rest of my career. But I am really proud of it, so deal with it. Admittedly, there is something kind of going on in my brain as a result of reaching Kyber 1. It is no surprise to me that there is a big difference between the bottom of Kyber 1 and the top of Kyber 1. Okay, these people literally have 1,000 more skill rating than me. Like if you think all of Kyber 1 is created equal, you are so wrong. But that's neither here nor there. My point is, to some extent, Kyber 1 is Kyber 1, right? I could keep trying to keep winning as much as possible for bragging rights. But quite honestly, if I may be so unambitious, I'm not catching up to these people, right? Like, I think Aesop Rock was the one that I looked at last time. That's interesting. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's practicing on Lord Vader's with Mon Mothma. See, when you're on top of the meta, you know what's going on here. But like this guy, he's 16 million GP. Like, I've already spent 12 grand on this game. I'd have to spend another, I don't know, literally like 20K to maybe catch up to this guy. That might even be conservative, honestly. In the way they send out deals, I'd probably have to spend it over the next 2 years anyways. So what am I trying to say? I don't really have a desire to be like number one in Kyber for a couple of reasons. The first being like, it's just not going to happen. Again, maybe I'm a schmuck, maybe I'm not ambitious, but I'm not trying to compete with this. Like, I don't have that desire. I would be at such a disadvantage. It's unlikely that I'm ever even going to be in the same room as this dude. Like, we're in different spots. But also just the stress. Like, if you guys have watched my channel, and if you've watched, I think maybe I have like 2 scouting videos out there. It's exhausting. It can be exhausting depending on the opponent. I have literally scouted someone and planned a GAC for more than 2 hours before. And that doesn't mean you're going to win. That just means you're trying to win. And I have lost GACs where I've scouted someone for a couple hours. So I don't really have a desire to pursue that anymore. If I'm being completely honest, I have spent my entire Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes career punching up, and it was fun, and it is still fun, from time to time. But on average, if I'm being completely honest, it is more exhausting than fun. I am tired, and I believe I have earned the right. I'm talking about a video game that I'm supposed to enjoy. I believe I have earned the right to finally relax and allow myself to just play the game and just enjoy the game. I do not necessarily enjoy busting a nut every single GAC. I do not necessarily even enjoy, some people are talking about, ooh, I might run into the new Lord Vader. I might run into the clones. I wonder if my opponent's going to have... Every single person I run into at the top of Kyber 2 or the bottom of Kyber 1, like, they've got the newest thing. And, like, I'm not complaining that I have the newest thing and they have the newest thing, but, like, when you're at this point, like, it's not even pay to win. Me having the dark side clones is not pay to win. It's not an advantage. It's the ticket to enter. Like, everyone has dark side clones here. It's insane. And so I don't know. I miss the days where it was just like, just chill, just log in, just have a good time. You know, my wife is in Erodium. She's been in Kyber before, but I told her, I'm like, look, I can't play 2 accounts. GAC gives me an aneurysm every single time. 2 aneurysms is not something that I can sustain anytime there's a GAC. And so, like, I play on my wife's account in Erodium, and the things you see in Erodium, it's like, oh man, like, do I want to be in Erodium? No. Do I kind of look back fondly on it and go, I miss when people still didn't know how Starkiller's unique worked, and they break his claws, and they do stupid crap like that. But, you know, all this to say, truly, I am now at a point where even whaling can't really save me, right? Like, I'm so far behind on Zetas and Omicrons and mods because I've just whaled to this point. I can't whale anymore. I mean, I can, but it's not going to get me to the point where I truly compete with the people, you know, higher in Kyber 1. Like, I'm just a decade behind, and that's all there is to it, and that's okay. But I just wanted to kind of talk about that. One, because I think it's an interesting perspective. You know, someone who whaled and gunned it to Kyber 1 and punched up, and now they're tired. I mean, you know, this is my personal experience. Maybe you would feel some different way, and you'd want to keep trying to, you know, go all the way to the top. But, you know, for me, it's not going to change the direction of the channel. GAC is still my favorite game mode, but I got to take a step back. I don't want to scout for 2 hours anymore. I don't want to do this cheesy crap and pray that my opponents drop 1 battle and all this stuff. You know, I'm going to keep trying, but there's going to be probably some more experimenting, some more risky plays. I'm going to be, like, I started learning Executor Mirrors, which is still, could be going better. But I've started learning Executor Mirrors so that I can, like, more consistently handle fleets when they put both Leviathan and Executor on defense. And just stuff like that. I want to just play the game and chill and have fun and learn and do the things that I enjoyed doing so long ago. You know, when I was stuck on the Beskar Armor Mandalorian journey guide. I remember this is the first thing I air quotes whaled on. I was on tier 1, and I'm like, man, this is messed up. I think I might have beat tier 1, and it said, you know, requirements for tier 3 was 4 stars, and there was a Mandalorian pack, and I don't know, for like $20, I think I got him to 7 stars or something like that. And I still lost because stars, you know, aren't the only thing that matter. You need gear and whatnot. And my Mandalorian was like gear 4 or something. Oh, to be young and innocent again. But I'm digressing. I miss these days. I miss looking at a character like this and being like, I don't understand what a payout is. And, you know, I can never get that back, but I just want to get back to a place where I'm chilling and I'm enjoying the game and I'm mostly smiling when I log in. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate this game. I'm a war hero, and I've been in too many wars, and I need a trip to the spa for a little bit. So, yeah, you know, I'm still going to be uploading. I'm still going to be doing stuff, and I'm going to finish the clones. I don't remember where I left off here, but everybody is Relic 9. I got Lord Vader, Relic 9, Apo, DCT, CX2, and gosh damn it. Yeah, I just might as well do it with Scorch. I need him there for the raid anyways. Scorch, honestly, don't tell anyone. Scorch might get Relic 8. He might stop at Relic 8. I'll have to figure out what I want to do with Scorch. Because I'm sorry, Guild. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm going to take Tarkin to Relic 9. And if Tarkin is going to be my bottleneck anyways, then taking Scorch to Relic 9 doesn't solve the Tarkin problem. So if Tarkin's going to be Relic 8, then Scorch should just be Relic 8, unless he does something for the Lord Vader team. But it's very early testing. It's literally day 1 that people have been testing. But it's looking like the 5v5 version of Lord Vader is losing to Mon Mothma. And yeah, I mean, if a Relic 9 Scorch doesn't change that, I don't exactly have any particular desire to bump him from 8 to 9. I'll take him to 8 because, relics and stuff. But whatever, I digress. I'm talking about the clones now. Yeah, it's been a fun journey. And I don't want to keep talking about Kyber 1, but yeah, I want to chill. I want to enjoy the game. Upcoming, projects, you can kind of see what I'm dealing with here. Scorch, he drops tomorrow. He drops in about, 12 hours or something like that. We're going to get him up. Hopefully we can slam like a 330 pack when we buy the big crystal bundle. And once we're done with Dark Side clones, I swear, I promise, I'm going to finish Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. That's what these 4 schmucks are doing up here. Gosh, I can't stand staring at these anymore. So I should have everything I need to just gun it and take Saw and Tarful to Gear 12 and get this thing moving. And then after that, it is full send on Malicos. It is time. It has been too long. It is time for Malicos. And then after that, it's going to be kind of tricky. It's going to be a little tricky. I might be lying about Malicos. And I say that because this badass mother farger, it's him. It's him. I don't want to swear too much, but it's Samuel Jackson. Come on. He's coming out, and I've thought about it, and it would just be stupid for me to not get him. I've got 4 of the requirements naturally, and the other 2 are going to be used in the raid. So I don't know how good he's going to be. We'll figure it out. But he might end up jumping the line in terms of, I wanted Malicos to come next. But if I'm going to need to slam these, whoever they are, up to relics, sooner rather than later, then he might jump the line. But Malicos is there. It's either Malicos comes first if I can do it, if these 2 release, with a decent amount of time between them, or I'm going to get whoever these 2 characters are and just rush Mace, and then Mace is going to get my attention, and then Malicos comes after that. But yeah, all right, we're getting too much into the roster planning. I don't know how much you guys care about that, especially when we're at this point in the game where there's not like a whole lot left. But then the last thing I'll say about that, whether it's Mace Malicos or Malicos Mace, after that, we're going to be stepping into, DTMG. We're going to be stepping into Luthen. We're going to be stepping into Bo-Katan Mandalore. She probably fits in somewhere, but the reality is by the time I have Mace and Luthen and DTMG and Malicos, my guild is probably going to be unlocking Reva at that point, and then I need Reva. You gotta do Reva. So she'll probably jump the line there, and then I just really don't know. You know who I'm struggling with? This is the last thing I'll say. Gungans. Ugh, Gungans. Like I know they're not bad. I know they're good. They do want decent mods. You can't just totally junk them with mods. But the full Gungan team, you're looking at like 2,000 Chirotech. And yes, I have it, but I really just don't know if Gungans do enough at this point, a year later, to justify getting them over continuing to chase the new marquees. They're not bad. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just kind of expensive, and they're going to impede my progress farming things like new Bad Batch and getting ready for the raid or making more progress in the raid. So I'm just not really seeing so much value in the Gungans at this point. The only thing that I could see I might be able to be convinced of, what am I looking at here? I know that Nass, Tarples, and Boomadir can 3-man Riva in 3v3, but I don't know if that's enough to justify it either, because that's only 3v3 and not 5v5. So, whatever. We got into roster direction. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. Those are my thoughts right now. We're about to be hopping into 5v5, so I figured I'd drop a video before we just start gunning it into 5v5. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.